Shabbat Shalom. I was actually supposed to be in Israel this week as a delegate of the conservative movement at the World Zionist Congress. World Zionist Congress takes place every 5 years. It's a place where Jews from around the world come together, and they participate in this convention in which establishing, if you will, guidelines for the coming 5 years. Establishing, by the way, who's going to run some of the organizations, where funding is going to come from for different organizations from across the religious spectrum. Well, you can imagine, even virtually, it's a little crazy. But that's Israel. Nothing's ever simple because Israel is a loving, complex country. You just have to go there one time and walk around to figure it out. You see, it's amazing that since 1897, that there still is a World Zionist Congress, the first one that met then. You would have thought that with the foundation of Israel in 1948, that the World Zionist Congress would have become irrelevant, right? That the functioning of the state would actually take place internally, but no. The World Zionist Congress still functions because it's a belief that Jews around the world have a voice in Israel and care enough about Israel to want to have that voice and to be part and to hold on. You see, Israel has been in our prayers for thousands of years, ever since the destruction of the Second Temple. We kept Israel there as a reminder that Israel is our sacred center, that our hearts are directed towards Israel. Literally, we direct ourselves towards Israel in moments of prayer. It's that connection that has always provided the strength of relationship between Jews and Israel itself. I think it's remarkable that we still care enough about Israel to be engaged in that dialogue. It's a shame that some people have given up on Israel, especially here in America and other places, and it doesn't have that force of caring for anymore. Israel has character and also has characters, but we should always hold Israel in that special place in our hearts. Israel is our homeland. Israel is our sacred center. Even when you disagree with Israel, it's important to stay in relationship with her. Ahavat Israel, a love of Israel that pushes us to be connected and to want her to be the best possible Israel she can be. Please, always keep Israel in your heart. On this Shabbat, I want to wish you a Shabbat of peace and of connection. May you have a Shabbat Shalom.